is there a skip feature?
Well,
or...
that's what the saving, what the loading was for. Like, I could load right there, so you could pick, like, getting the knife or accepting it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that makes a difference,
I didn't know you were saving the game.
Yeah. The other thing that makes a difference is with these other options. If you, basically you either choose to acknowledge it or ignore it, and that makes the ending different with what choices you make. But for now, I guess we'll just go with this.
Okay.
Come on. Can I make this go faster? Okay.
Okay, this time I'm getting the knife.
Get the knife. Get that knife.
We're going aggressive.
Hey. Bye. I'm going to the kitchen. I just want to grab some food. I'm really hungry. I just need a snack. I'm getting a snack. I promise it's a snack.
You want some too? I'll get you some Oreos. Oreos and mochi.
Yes, that's what we have downstairs.
Ooh, look at that knife pose.
Yeah, she's ready. So, hi. What's up?
Oh, so that just basically leads... Except I guess we have the option
Yeah, now we also have the option to knife her.
Oh, I mean, I wanted to do the knife, so...
You want to go through with the knife?
Yeah.
Stab her!
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Ow.
Ow, yeah, that's a sounding pretty... Oh.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
And that was the end of that.
You read it properly, I did. Everything would be and remain the same. Everything would return to normal. Never changing.
Well, that sounds a bit sad. Oh, wait. Oh.
She literally just buried the body.
Oh, I thought she was on that... Oh.
Nope, she has a shuffle because she buried the body. She didn't call the police or anything. She just took care of it herself. But if it's a ghost, like... How do you bury a body of a ghost?
Yeah. Oh. That's still... Oh.
Come with us, page 9. Yeah, we didn't get one last time. Contented. Jane didn't realize she had forgotten about work until midday. She had spent the day sitting around the dining table with the children. She had prepared them all cereal, and it sat untouched in front of them. Jane found herself too exhausted to eat much herself. Clearly, none of them had an appetite. She asked them questions, all 5 of them individually. Yeah, we're up to 5 now. She knew they looked the same, but it didn't mean they wanted to be treated the same. She identified her first little girl as the most confident. She had pointed and shown distress and resistance. Her first boy was attentive. He very occasionally would do something that his siblings would not. The twin girls were affectionate. They often stood close to one another, their skin touching, though one was always the first to move closer when they briefly separated. The smallest boy was sweet. The way he looked up at her melted her heart a little. She smiled at them all in silence. She suddenly didn't care for work. They would only send her home. Jane found herself reluctant to leave the house at all. Finally, she stood and began collecting away the dishes. You can go sit in there now, she spoke lightly. They filed out of the room after her and gathered in the entrance of the living room, watching and waiting for her. She disappeared from their sight, and she noted that they stayed in the room as she had told them to. Jane allowed herself to smile a little. She never thought she'd become content. There was still fear, but it no longer gripped her. She was free. Jane returned to her children. They were gathered by the fireplace. She had lit the fire when they had first descended the stairs together. It warmed the room nicely, but they were standing too close. Their eyes were immediately on her as she entered the room, following her. Come away from the fire, she beckoned them over. They did as she said. You don't want to burn yourself. Come with us, they all spoke together. It startled her. It was the first they'd spoken outside of her bedroom. Jane swallowed down her fear and clasped her shaking hands together. I'll come with you if you tell me where. Their heads all snapped to the fireplace before and began filing, one by one, over to it. Come with us, they spoke again. Jane parted her lips to warn them of the fire once more, but was met with horror as the twin girls both climbed into the flames. Come with us, the duo spoke at her, returning their gazes as they crouched in the burning heat. No! Jane screamed at them. She pulled the remaining 3 of them away from the fire. They looked at her with bland faces. You'll burn! Jane tried to reach for the twins. It burned at her hands and her arms, but she continued to tug at them. Her heartbeat was loud in her ears. Her frantic movements were no use. The children only seemed to burn, their skin growing red and blistering. The dresses they wore were slowly eaten by the flames. Their hair was also beginning to fall in locks. Jane dropped to her knees at the fireplace. She held out her raw hands. They didn't speak. They didn't scream. They just melted away right in front of her. Jane couldn't stop the tears that silently snaked down her cheeks.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's 1 but 6 ends to Elena's story.
Well, now I guess
Will
we
you
need
find them all?
Now we need to accept the girl's, or the whatever's hand, I guess, now.
Yep. Okay, come on.
I can't... Oh, it's
going.
I can't imagine that being the way to get the good ending. Or is there a good ending in this?
There is. If I'm remembering correctly, we'll get it our second go.
Okay.
Which won't take too long because it's just a matter of picking the other options.
Yeah.
Though, I'll ask you after.
Okay.
Accept. It wasn't Rebecca.
Oh.
But aside from some inconsistencies in both memory and personality, its actions were almost identical to hers. And that was real enough for me.
Oh.
I moved to an affordable country home, just like I wanted. It was a nice place, somewhere comfortable, where I could hide Rebecca from the world. It barely spoke, and it never felt human to me. But I would go on to pretend that things were just as they were prior to Rebecca's death for almost 11 months. My life didn't really change after Rebecca came back. I got another office job. At first it was refreshing to be around coworkers that didn't resent me, but my life was too secretive to ever make friends. It may have been the same old routine, but now I wasn't in it alone. Now I have a ghost wife. I like her outfit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I keep pointing like, oh yes, this horror movie. Oh, look at her outfit.
Oh, I thought it was like a tiny child.
No. It's a grown woman.
Okay.
I often felt guilty, but never guilty enough to return to my grief.
Oh.
No big deal. I'm just coughing up blood.
Huh.
Come with us, page 11. Abnormal. Perhaps this was. Jane realized people could probably see her. They were in the open field that was at the back of the house. They walked in a line, the children in front, herself following, holding out her raw hands. They led her through the field. She didn't know how long they had been walking for. Whenever she faltered or hesitated, without looking, they knew. Come with us, they would encourage her. So she continued. Until they came to the lake, she stopped in her tracks. No, I can't. They all stood in a line and turned to her. They faced her with blank expressions. They didn't speak as she expected them to. They waited. Jane's gaze darted between them and her burned hands. The pain was making her restless. She shifted her weight from leg to leg, rocking from side to side. They waited. I can't come with you, she spoke quickly. They walked towards her. Jane felt her heart quicken. The little boy took her hand, as did the girl. The other boy took hold of her dress. They looked at her. The touch of their icy hands felt good against her burning skin. The three of them blinked at her expectantly, though they didn't speak. She took one step forwards. They all stepped with her. She inhaled and took another step. Slowly, they made their way to the edge of the water. In there, she spoke softly. Jane could feel herself shaking again. Come with us, they responded, stepping ahead of her into the water. Jane trailed her fingers along the surface of the water just as the children disappeared from view. She smiled. She followed. It was shallow at first. She stepped down a little deeper. The water was soft and soothing on her burning skin. It was cool, but not uncomfortable. It felt nice. Jane found herself welcoming it. Atypical. Finding herself following three identical-looking, expressionless children who showed up in the middle of the night into a lake was odd. By anyone's standards, especially Jane's. She expected no one but would believe her. Not that anyone would know. Jane had lived her life by the book, following all the rules. Such abnormality happened to the most normal person she knew, herself. Jane trailed her fingers along the surface of the water just as the children disappeared from view. She smiled. I died 11 months later. Whatever it was, our relationship was symbiotic, imitating loved ones to feed off of willing hosts to survive. As it turns out, there's only so long a person can last in such a relationship. I don't know if it was worth it, but it was easy.
That startled me.
That's the biggest jump scare there is in the game. So yeah, that's all the options for if you acknowledge the ghostly presence.
So we weren't supposed to acknowledge.
No.
What?
No.
Mm.
None of the endings on that route is good.
Oh, man.
So I'll load at the first option.
Okay.
And we are going to ignore it!
Ignore everything. Even though I hate that.
Oh, I meant to ask.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I should ask this first. Do you care about seeing what the diary says if you pick the opposite options?
I mean, I don't really care, I don't think.
Okay, so then we'll just worry about getting the other endings then.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so we are going to ignore it. We're just leaving. Forget it. Walk away.
Just never use the bathroom or bathe again.
Nope, it's fine. No one cares. Hi, Pug Pillow. How are you? If you want to get all of the endings, you have to go through all this again. Okay, can I leave now?
Aww.
Do I have to do all of that? Yeah. Next. Can we leave now?
Oh,
there we go.
Yay!
Yay! I was gonna say, I did all the options. Come on.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop.
Boop a doop a doop boop.
Boop,
Boop
boop,
a doop boop boop a doop a doo. Who knows? There's like, I guess yeah. It's like with the butterflies. I feel like there's a lot of things that are supposed to be kind of symbolic. There's a lot of roses, which I mean, roses obviously love, romance, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. We are not gonna call. We're gonna just walk away. Forget it. Just ignore it. We don't need any of this in our lives right now. Just forget it.
Kind of baffles me that just ignoring everything is what gets you a good end.
It makes a little more sense. It'll make a little more sense once we see the other endings. Do you want me to direct you to, like, getting the best and last? Or do you just want to make the choices?
I'll just make the choices.
Got it.
Booby. Oh yeah, because she had boobs when she was climbing out. Because I thought she was a kid for a second. But then I
forgot that she had boobs.
I forgot. Because I'm silly. Because the diaries don't influence the end.
Yeah, no. These things only influence how things are written in the diary, but the ending is completely based on the other choices.
Okay.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Oh, it's Friday here too.
Oh, coincidence.
Coinky dinky.
Coinky dink.
Did you hit snooze like 20 times like I do?
Oh, I get up like right when my alarm goes off. Because I'm a good girl.
You go back to sleep though, don't you?
Hmm?
Are you go back to sleep afterwards?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. I think I heard something break in the kitchen. We don't care. We're gonna ignore it. We're just... Nope, we're leaving. Bye! Bye! We gotta go to work. We're late. Just don't acknowledge. Nope. Nope. We don't care. We don't know who it is. We're not answering it. What if it's telemarketer that snuck into your house just to trick you into answering?
Oh no. That's horrifying.
Boop. Nope, we're not. Don't answer it. Ignore it. Maybe you should just, like, call the police and then let them deal with it, okay? No, we'll just ignore it. Gosh darn it, she didn't pick up! I wanted to talk with her! Okay.
And now we're back at the interesting ending stuff. No, wait,
Not quite yet, no.
No, I forgot.
I'm sorry.
There's still more.
There's still more. We gotta go skipping through. Hop skippity step. But I think that's the last choice that impacts it, that matters. Hey! Go away! We don't want anything to do with you. We're ignoring you. Shut up. It's not Rebecca. We already know this. We went through all the bad endings. We know. You know what? The bed is right there. You could have slept in the bed.
True.
Since you're apparently so comfortable with there being a ghost in your house that you leave the door wide open, unlocked, and sleep on the floor. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. I like how she focuses on turning the light up first before closing the door.
Oh yeah, because then the thing would know that she's up and moving.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Good job. Can I please leave immediately, or are you gonna make me go through everything? You're gonna make me go through everything? Are you kidding me? Fine. I just want to make this take as long as possible.
Thanks, game.
I like you, game, but thanks. Scary little ghost kids.
Spooky, spooky, spooky.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down my spine. Do I have to watch the TV? Apparently I need to. At least now I can just do next and not watch.
Oh, come on.
Come on. Fine. If it makes me look at everything on the table too, I'm gonna be mad. No!
Oh, good.
Yes!
Good, yay. We survived the long choice thing.
It's more torturous than dealing with the ghost. Hello? Okay, goodbye. I guess she checks behind her. Maybe it teleported behind her, I don't know. Maybe she thinks it can teleport. I mean, no one wrote the rules on ghosting, so...
True.
Alright.
Yay.
We are to the important choice parts for the endings. What do we do?
Let's go in.
Alright. So let's go in. After having rejected it all this time, like ignored it
Yeah.
all of this time, over and over again. She's like, why haven't you paid any attention to me?
Oh.
Pay attention to me! It's apparently watching movies too. Unless maybe Alana just leaves movies on all the time in her house. That's what it seems like.
So, if we've been ignoring her the whole time, then let's reject and see.
Alright. We're gonna continue to ignore you and reject you.
Run!
Run! Don't look back. You looked back. You don't look back. Never look back. Bye. We want nothing to do with you. I ran away from that thing that claimed to be Rebecca and did, in fact, look back. And that was the end of it. All of it.
I like that outfit and her hair.
She looks a lot more confident. I moved to the other side of the country to get away from the thing that broke into my house that night. She literally let her hair down. I think it's supposed to kind of show her, like, getting more confident and move on from Rebecca's death.
Aww.
I went on to publish Rebecca's collection of short horror stories in her stead. Just like she always wanted.
That's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like her tights.
I never did see Rebecca again. I'm glad. The Rebecca that I loved is gone, but I will never let her be forgotten. Her stories are so good. Everybody seems to think so. They're doing really well. And so am I.
Aww. So I'm guessing that was probably the best end.
Yeah, that's the best ending.
So I was almost on the right track at first. My curiosity killed me.
Yep, curiosity killed the cat. Yeah, so I feel like because the ghost is kind of representing her holding on to her grief.
Oh.
By continuing to acknowledge it and accept it and bringing on that, like, holding on to her grief, it ended up killing her. Because, as she said, you can't be in that kind of relationship, that, like, faulty, that fake, imaginary pretending that I'm going to come home and she's going to be there, that kind of thing. You can't live like that forever. So that, the rejecting everything is a matter of, okay, we're going to actually find a way to work through this and not hold on to my grief. So, now we go for this.
For the bad ends. Well, let's do the knife.
Now, I think that the knife ending's actually the same, but we're gonna double check.
Okay. Oh, well wait, then why are there 6?
This one was really confusing to the Scary Game Squad too, and I will try and I'll explain it once we get through the last one. But I think this is the same.
Okay.
She's ready to kick some butt though.
Her hands are so small. At least compared to my long fingers.
Yeah, but you have like skinny fingers, so your hands look smaller than they actually are, I feel. And my hands look huge compared to yours.
I
and that
like
was the
your
end of that.
hands.
Everything would be and remain the same. Everything would return to normal, never changing. So yeah, this is the same. Bury a ghost girl in the backyard.
Oh, so this is the same as... So both of the knife ends are the same. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I thought at first I thought you meant it was the same as the good end.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Both the knife endings are the same.
Okay. Gotcha.
Where I guess it's like never changing because you're just kind of like aggressively fighting off whatever the feelings as opposed to acknowledging them in one way or another. That's how I take it. Okay, I'm sorry. This is the same. I should have just said, I should have just believed in my gut.
Oh no!
Oh. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is the same story too. Alright, so now we go for the last ending through the, okay. There's 5 endings through the normal route, and then the 6th ending, the Scary Game Squad actually had to reach out to the creator and ask, since they could not figure it out. And it's really kind of weird.
Is it long?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
But let's get this last one.
Yee.
All right, so this time we're gonna go in and we're gonna accept her hand after ignoring her all this time.
We love you.
Well, we didn't mean to ignore you.
We're also wiggling our fingers.
I don't know why, but we are. She started doing it, so I did too.
Because it's fun.
We're doing spirit fingers because ghosts. Jazz hands. Spooky jazz hands. Alright, accept her.
Whoa.
Snapped a neck. Whatever Rebecca was, it was not convinced of my affections for it. It could sense the hesitation in my every action. It could not accept me, and I'm not sure I could have accepted it either. I was subsequently throttled to death for my uncertainty. It's over now.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that one is like, I've ignored you all this time, but now I'm gonna accept you. It's like, ha, no, you did not want me before, so screw you.
Oh.
Mm-mm. Okay, so this is really weird.
Okay.
I'm still not entirely sure by it, but it's, you get it by starting a new game.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And that's the 6th ending.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't get it. But apparently achievement for it is like true ending.
What?
Which is confusing.
What?
Because it was like showing her from the good ending, but then
Yeah.
also like her in bed that
Yeah.
dead. So
What?
I don't quite get it.
What?
And that's
I'm baffled.
yeah, I don't quite get it myself. But yeah, the achievement for that I think is called like true ending or something like that.
What?
So I don't know.
Wow.
It's almost like I don't know.
That's
Like I've tried to like try and figure out all the other endings and stuff like that, but that one just baffles me.
yeah.
Because it like shows her it. What did she still end up dying even when she rejected the theme? But then she like in her death believed that she, I don't know, because her hair was down when she was in bed. But
Oh.
I don't know. Did she end up dying anyway, or I don't know.
I'm confused.
I'm confused too. But that's it. Those are the 6 endings. So what are your final thoughts on this?
Well, it wasn't as scary as I thought.
I told you it's not
I'm
very
glad.
like jump scary or anything. It's just creepy.
Yeah, it was interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
And that true ending is very confusing, so I'm probably gonna think about that for a while.
Yeah, it'll be nice having someone to talk it out with too, because
Yeah.
I'm the only one I know who knows of this game. So
And maybe if anyone in the comments
please
can shed some light on it.
Please give me your theories, whatever it may be. I'd like to hear, even if it's just completely out of the blue. I'd like to hear.
Yes. So yeah, good game.
Yep. So yeah, I like it because Japanese-inspired horror. I love Japanese ghost stories of all types. And FMV games. I love them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I love them.
And this is my first FMV game, and probably my first like real horror game. So
yeah, it's not that spooky. It's
Yeah.
just kind of creepy. So
baby's first horror game.
We'll get you into the intense stuff later. But I guess on that note then, remember to shine your light in every world. Bye!
Bye!